Once you've created a group, it's very easy to send a message to all of the members of that group. The first way to do it is just by writing an email to the address of the group itself. If you type the address in the to box, assuming you've used it before, you'll see it coming up here. But if you haven't, you can always search for it in the directory. Of course, if you remember the name that you gave the group, the short name that's the email address, then you can just type that name straight in. Add a subject, add your message, and then click send. It'll send like a normal email, but it'll appear in the conversations for the group. Now that's an important distinction when it comes to groups, because if I send an email to the group, that email will not be sent to the people themselves and to their inboxes unless I ticked the tick box that says send copies of group conversations and events to members' inboxes. Now that was that tick box that we saw when we created the group in the last video. So you'll see that I have several messages here in the group. These are all individual conversations, but these messages don't actually go to people's inboxes. What these are, they're quite similar to messages on forums or also conversations on Facebook Messenger. I can click reply all here and I can write a response to this and send it, and everybody in the group will be able to see the response. And it allows people to comment on these posts that I put on there, and also allows people to add their own conversations and to engage with their fellow group members. Don't forget, when you send a message to the group, unless you explicitly tick that box saying to send copies of group conversations and events to the members' inboxes, people will not see them. This is quite notable when you send out urgent messages. For example, this one where I wanted people to do a homework. When I send out this message, I have to be aware that people will not see this unless they visit the group, and that it doesn't go into their email accounts. So what I recommend is, if you need to send a message that's very important, you also email the members of the group individually as well. Another simple way of handling this, though, is to make sure that your class members are often just logging onto the group and checking for updates, or otherwise that you make them aware when they need to go to the group and look for things. So the group conversations system is very useful. You can send messages straight to the conversation list by emailing the group. You can click on Start a Group Conversation to add a conversation to the group as well. But just remember that anything you send will not appear in their inboxes unless you originally ticked that box when you made the group.